merchandise video, all focused around what we picked up in Tokyo Disneyland on our first trip in December. First things you have to get when you get to Disneyland in Tokyo are obviously popcorn bucket. There's so many different flavours of popcorn that without one it's going to be quite expensive. We saw about 4 or 5 different ones when we were there.
Yeah.
But the Steamboat Willy one was the standout one.
Yeah. It still smells of curry popcorn.
It smells of strawberry popcorn, I think.
Because that was my favourite.
It might be the caramel one even, but this one even toots.
Yeah, the cast members were very excited. Every time they refilled up the popcorn, they would give it back with their toot toot because I think they liked it. And it also was a great interaction with characters as well. Timon was very excited to do the toot toot as well. I definitely recommend getting a popcorn bucket while you're out there, just so you can try all the flavours of popcorn. Yeah, otherwise, it's just more exciting to have a popcorn bucket, and it's a great souvenir.
Really one between two.
Yeah.
We actually emptied the curry one to put away for later because we got a bit sick of it quite quickly.
Finished on the plane home.
Wasn't particularly.
It wasn't my favourite. I'm sorry to all you popcorn lovers out there. Curry popcorn lovers out there. I know it's a really popular one, but my favourite was strawberry, so we got that twice.
And next up, given that in Tokyo everyone sits down for most of the shows, then you have to pick up one of these, which is a mat. And they do 2 types of mats. There's ones which are basically a piece of paper really.
Plastic, like a little picnic mat, aren't they?
But these are fold-out ones. These are the only 2 types we saw. Everyone seemed to have lots of different types, but these were the only 2 that we saw. So I picked up the Toy Story one.
Oh my god, just a rainbow Fab 5 one. Got all the characters on.
But they're quite comfy.
Yeah.
Certainly better than sitting on a cold floor.
Massively.
And then they have little clips you just clip onto your rucksack for carrying around. Quite practical.
Very lightweight.
And I think they're about, I want to say 1,000 yen. I could be wrong.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
I thought they were maybe translate to about £10, so maybe they're about 1,200 yen.
But we will definitely be making use of these in other parks where we go to Paris a lot, and hopefully we'll be taking them with us to Florida.
Especially when we wait to go into annual pass events.
Yes, they will be very, very useful. Yeah. Badges?
Well, I went with some intention of buying. I had 3 things on my list: shirts. I've forgotten the other 2 now. Definitely shirts, which I couldn't get any of the ones I wanted, which is disappointing. Photo albums and photo frames, because that's my go-to at any Disney park.
As you can see from our small collection, but that's not all of it.
They're everywhere. I did pick up 1 shirt, which is this lovely number, which will be appearing at Inventions Brunch in Paris sometime soon. Also the first one, I think this is one I've got, which is long sleeved.
Yes.
But lots of the classic characters. There's Donald, Scrooge, Daisy, Max, Goofy. There is also Pluto and what appears to be Pluto's girlfriend.
There's also 3 girl ducks as well. One obviously being Webby, but. And
there's Figaro, who's been placed with Mickey and Minnie.
Yeah.
And who's this one?
Max.
Another
Max is on there.
One. But there's quite a lot of characters on there, part of their Team Disney collection. What I was really after was an Oswald one.
But sadly, we only saw an Oswald t-shirt with the print, and you really wanted the shirt.
Really wanted it because we've got the Easter Inventions Brunch booked for Paris on Easter Sunday. But we did pick up some ears to go along with it. So I picked up the Oswald ears, which look remarkably like the Fandos ones. Although they just seem to have some wire in them, so you can angle them how you want.
Yeah.
Nicely. Stick up quite high. I mean, I had to take them off when I was in the park because
the wind
was catching them and
especially
trying to rip them off my head. And that was just walking around. It wasn't even on rides.
Okay. So I've never been a great fan of Duffy. I've never really got the point of him, and I do appreciate that he came from Japan and there's a whole backstory. So having gone to Cape Cod, had breakfast and watched the show, I do now appreciate who Duffy is and Shelley May, but I was more drawn to the friends of Shelley May and Duffy, so I was very keen to get a pair of Stella Louis, which will again go very well for our Easter brunch. We're going to be going to Inventions in Paris, and I also, as he is my absolute favourite cat now in the world, I had to get some gelatoni ears because I loved his little beret. I just think he's very cute and yeah, great fun.
They also actually do a massive range of plush toys, so rather than going for Duffy or Shelley May, we went for Stella Lou
And gelatoni!
But we went for the puppet option.
Puppets.
I can't remember how much these ones were. If I find out, I'll
I
check.
think like about
You can check
£15.
the on the app. They have an online shopping thing, which is what I looked at in advance, which is why I'd seen shirts I wanted that I couldn't get.
Yes.
But got these lovely puppets. Do slightly regret not getting the Shondu puppet
Yes.
because it's distinctly Tokyo.
Yes.
Just not anywhere else. I suspect these probably appear in Hong Kong.
Maybe, yes, yeah, with the
Or
new
even Shanghai.
range, yeah.
But they're a bit fun to
They're
have.
great fun, and they will be great for character interactions going forward. We would definitely recommend, if you're ever meeting and greeting characters in the parks, that you take something or just speak to them about their character, what they're interested in, or take something that they might want to interact with, because it just makes the experience a bit more memorable, and also it's a bit less awkward because you know what you're going to talk about with them. You know, as an adult, I can appreciate that it can seem very strange walking up to characters and not knowing what to say, so just having little things up your sleeve does make the interaction a bit more fun.
These ears don't appear to be positionable. Oh, it's also a clip we haven't cut, so these ears do separate, which I haven't done, but those ones do.
Yeah.
This was also because we had a bit of spare money at the end, which we didn't get to spend on the things we were originally looking for. So they were not a planned purchase.
But a great fun one.
As were the next two things, which, because we struggled to find the clothes that we were looking for, couldn't even find a proper Tokyo Disneyland t-shirt. They seem to be completely sold out everywhere, even tried some of the hotel shops. So because we've been doing lots of the Disney runs in Paris the last few years, we decided to pick up some more running gear. So we picked up a shirt each, long sleeve ones.
It's very cold in the winter here in the UK.
Which actually, they say 26.2 smiles. Not that I'm that fussed by that.
They also say believe in your magic on the back.
And they have little holes for your thumbs, so they're meant to be full length over your hand. At the back bit, they're basically the same. One in blue and turquoise, one in
Grey and pink.
grey and pink. Got something else in the background on yours as well.
No, it's just Disney Sport in the background. I see.
So this one, there's actually something here as well. It's that you can't really
It's
see it.
just
This one,
dark
it's
navy.
almost black.
Yeah. So like,
so it's
well,
quite
basically,
hidden.
where mine says grey Disney Sport, you
Might
can
not
see
it there. There is something
Grey.
there. We tried those on over there. Hopefully they're quite warm, because now we signed up for the Princess Run in May. We've got to do a lot of our training during the winter months.
Yeah.
Well, it's going to be a lot chillier than we used to.
Should be better than training in the summer.
One other thing we tend to get regularly are magnets. We've got an array of frames on our fridge. They didn't have anything like that, but we did manage to pick up a nice little magnet for each of the parks. We've got the Tokyo Disney Sea one, which is an old Disneyland Paris logo, which used to include characters in all the letters. So this one's got a few. You can see there's looks like Steamboat Mickey, Genie, Donald, that's Minnie, Goofy, Ariel, and then just what looks like a wave for the sea.
Yeah, whereas mine are more classic characters. You have got Stitch in there, but generally it's going to be most of your classic characters like Mickey, Donald, Daisy, Goofy. But it's got Tinkerbell and Stitch in there as well, just to add some extra ones in there.
Being we're in December, we also decided to pick up our calendar for the year. Normally we have a Disney one hanging up. This is a little bit more
Pretty chunky, yeah.
Industrial compared to previous ones.
Yeah.
Normally, anywhere in Europe, America as well, we pick up a calendar, it's just got a little hole, and that often tears over the course of the year.
But as with the Japanese, they seem to think things through a lot more carefully.
You've got a little hole here to hang it, and it starts off with a new 2020 New Year theme.
Which seems to be the theme of all their new merchandise in this range. It was a really gorgeous range. Wish we could have brought more of it home, but appreciate.
So it's actually quite large.
Yeah.
But with each month, you can just slide in the months underneath this plastic bit, so they just hold up. So no damage. Potentially, if you want to use the pictures afterwards, they're in a good condition.
Yeah, they're a good size for that.
You see on the back,
and
there's a...
very excited that Chondu makes a feature in May.
Yeah, there's soaring on there.
Ignore our cat's tail at the bottom. That is Baymax coming to say hello and sit all over our merchandise.
Fortunately, he sat on the bits we've already looked at. And he's been quiet, which is good. Now, in Florida and California, they hand out first-time visitor badges.
Happy birthday.
And birthday ones, I'm celebrating ones.
Happy ever after.
Paris have a couple, they often have a seasonal one you get from the hotel. In Tokyo, we were given stickers when we went to the Blue Bayou for our meal, but the badges had to be bought. But we did pick up a few. So, we've got first visit one each, still in the wrapper, never actually wore them.
No.
And then, because this was our trip, an early trip for our 10th wedding anniversary, we got a happy anniversary badge and happy together forever badge. And these, I mean, given that they're free normally, so it's not necessarily cheap, but 310 yen for each one.
Yeah.
Same price of those.
320 for these.
Which is just over £2. And they are quite large badges. You know, the fact they're packaged means they've survived the travel home quite well. The last of our purchase from Tokyo Disney itself, two things. One is, well, you can't really go to Tokyo at Christmas and not get a snow.
Yes, and Donald and Daisy were a new addition this year.
So he's actually a little bit heavy.
It's like a doorway.
Kind of, I don't know, I've watched Playdays, it's a bit like a wibble wobble, like a circus clown type thing that rolls around. I catch taking a slight interest to him when we sat near the tree. He looks a little bit lonely by himself, so
we might have to go back and get a Daisy for him or a Mickey.
Yeah, might be a bit extreme just to do that for one trip, but I think we'll find other reasons to go back.
Or namely the new Beauty and the Beast area. But
yes, definitely.
Which looks phenomenal.
While we were in the parks, they do some little games. It's a little bit different.
Yeah, they're like carnival games, aren't they?
Carnival games.
Yeah,
you have to
low
pay
skill
for them.
level, but yeah.
They're 500
For
yen
2 people.
per person.
Or was it per person?
Per person.
Yeah,
So about £3.50, and
and you get 4 goes generally, or sometimes 5, depending on how many balls.
3 goes.
It was 4.
3 or 4.
4.
4
yeah,
probably.
4.
And if you win, you get a big cushion.
Which we did once, and it was very exciting. I came so close, and then James just kept knocked out.
I think other times of year there might be big soft toys, but this was Christmas specific.
Cushion, and it's lovely.
So Donald and Christmas.
It was also a nice memento from, because we went Christmas 2019, so it's a good.
And it's not something you can buy, so it's only winnable.
And it's very soft. It's a lovely, lovely cushion.
But obviously we failed a few times as well.
Failed a lot.
So on one of the games, you were given. Said it's a pin, it's not. It
seems like a charm.
It is a metal charm. So we picked out Donald, Mickey,
Goofy and Minnie, and they come in a nice little wreath. And they are also based this year off the merchandise, which seems to be a more vintage style of the Fab Five, which I really liked.
There's a choice of about 5 of them, and you get to select one.
Yeah.
We did 3 of the different games, I think.
Yeah.
So we got 4 charms and 1 cushion, and then one of the games actually had a pin. So we picked the Max pin.
Yeah.
Which
it's not very often you see a Max pin. And it's Christmas themed.
it's got the, I think it's got the pin trading logo on the back of it as well.
Yeah, nice official pin.
Although they don't do pin trading in Japan.
Yeah, but we won't be trading this pin.
So we kept that, and then we bought some actual pins.
Pins were surprisingly cheap out there, weren't they? Or in comparison, they seemed really well priced.
I think some of the Paris ones can get up to 16, 17 euros, and they're not necessarily even the really rare ones.
No,
They're the jumbo ones, which are more like the 90.
Yeah.
But given that we were there for the last week of One Man Stream, we picked up the only One Man Stream pin we could get.
Yeah.
The other one looked like it was sold out. So we picked up 2 of these, which is the castle, and if you've seen the show, then this is on the curtain in front of the start of the show.
Yeah, it's a projection.
So we picked up 1 to keep, 1 to trade, but these came in at 1,000 yen, which is
about £10.
about £7, £7.50-ish.
Really good for the size of the pin it is.
So that's a really large pin there.
It's almost the length of your palm of your hand, so I mean it's a really decent sized pin.
And then I picked up a Frozen 2 one, as that obviously had just come out when we were there, and this is probably more for trading. I'm not sure, I'm not bothered.
It's quite big,
but it is large, and again this is only £7.50, and this is the sort of pin I would expect to probably be closer to £15 if you're buying it elsewhere. We've got Elsa, Olaf and Anna on there. Then my personal pins I collect are the attraction pins. So Tokyo's got some of its own unique attractions, so I had to pick up some of those. First off, possibly our favourite ride while we were there,
Definitely.
Being Pooh's Honey Hunt.
Yeah.
This is slightly more expensive than the others, but it's only 1,100 yen.
Yeah, so it's still around the £10 mark.
Around, just probably £8
Less,
maybe. Which, I mean, it's quite a nice little pin. Pooh's Honey Hunt with Pooh floating with his balloon.
Yeah, that was one of our favourite rides. Definitely unique to Japan, and you really should prioritise getting on it when you go.
And then there's the Monster Inc. Ride and Go Seek, which is also the same price. Just another nice little attraction pin. Twister-O-Mania, though not unique to Tokyo, their entrance is a lot more unique. Personally,
a little freaky,
a little bit scary. But I don't have a Twister-O-Mania pin. I don't think I've seen one in the other parks so readily. So this was also 1,100 yen. And the final one was the Tiki Room at Tokyo. Has Stitch involved.
Stitch Takeover?
As the
Takeover's a good word.
As the big kahuna.
Yes.
So I picked this one up, but this one was only 900 yen, so less than £7 for that one. Stitch is a pretty popular character, and you've got all the little tiki bits. There's actually a photo opportunity with this kind of background all set up. It was a bit more Christmassy when we were there.
Yeah, but it was a good theme takeover for a ride. It didn't feel like you lost the actual essence of Tiki Room. It just seemed to enhance it a bit.
I think I preferred it over when we saw the under new management in Florida.
Yes,
with Zazu.
Yes, it seemed to fit better, being obviously Hawaiian.
And then
Stitch.
I've got 3 more pins. So given we were there for New Year, there's the 2020 pin, which is their new theming. Again, this is just a 1,000 yen pin, so 750 roughly. Being Christmas, we also picked up the Christmas 2019 pin. Got 2 of those, 1 to keep, 1 to trade. Mickey Minnie in a sleigh. This was again 1,000 yen, so about 750. And the last one, we took a little tour inside the Tokyo Disneyland Hotel, and this is actually a really nice pin. It's quite stylish. I've got all of the hotel pins for Paris. It's a little bit of a bigger collection to get for Florida, but this was quite nice, and was also again only 1,000 yen, so relatively cheap. And this is certainly heavier than a lot of the other pins I was just holding at the same price.
Yeah.
And I think that is everything we bought in Tokyo Disney itself.
Yeah.
But
you didn't mention that.
Oh, we do have the
which is not something we bought, but something you have to. The fact that we got it home was good.
We bought the mochi balls, which is
got to be done.
It's a one snack everyone has to have. Well, if you want to be 2 snacks, you have to have a shondu bun as well.
Yes.
But this is a tub.
Yeah.
I don't know what we'll do with it.
Pro tip, I managed to get it home safely by, it's gone, putting it inside my popcorn bucket because obviously these little plastic things I tried to get home, I think, was the butterbeer cup from Florida when we went to Universal Studios. Got cracked, didn't, so I already knew I had to do something special with this, so that is a tip I would recommend.
The last 3 items we bought were not from Tokyo Disney, but they were from the Disney store, which is its own selection of merchandise. One, very much for me, is a little camera, I think it's called shoehorn, covers. They've got a number of these hats, a goofy hat, I can't remember the other ones were, but I picked up the Donald one, which was 800 yen.
Bit of fun.
So probably about £6. So I'm just going to sit on top of my camera when I've not stuck a microphone or a flash on it. But it's quite a cute little thing. May even appear at some point on Stella Lou.
good shot.
And the other thing, which is really just a little fun little item, are these bottle holders.
You may have seen them actually being used by cast members, not nice Disney ones like we've got, but they use the same kind of technology. You've got like a little carabiner clip, and it's basically just a little bit of rubber that you put around the bottle neck of your drinks bottle, and it just keeps your bottle handy.
Just hangs off your.
But yeah, I've definitely seen
rucksack.
cast members using versions of this.
And this has got any normal kind of
any bottle.
500ml bottle.
Yeah.
We've got a Mickey and a Minnie one.
And a Minnie, just
and they were 680 yen.
Yeah, just a bit of fun. They were useful in the parks.
Not much more than a £5.
Yeah.
I mean, if you need stocking fillers, this was the perfect sort of item you'd pick up for someone.
Yeah, and they will be perfect for when we go to Florida later in the year, because you need to keep your water bottle filled and to hand.
And then the last items we've got were actually, we did a tour out to Mount Fuji, and they threw in
a little gift,
a little free gift. Not why we put this tour, but it happened to be something Disney we were given. So one of these each. So we were given these
little coin purses. So I got a mini one.
I got a Pooh one.
Yeah, which anyone who's been to Japan and knows obviously how much of it's a cash-based society, you get a lot of change, and actually that would actually be a really useful thing to have, just to throw your money in. So yeah, nice little thoughtful gift.
Very, very quickly.
Yeah.
And then just notebook and pencil each, which all Tsum based.
Yeah.
Tsum's still quite big in Japan, although you'll only get them in the Disney store, nothing in the parks. And something to note of the Stella Lou and the Gelatoni, as well as Duffy and Shirley May, all that stuff is only in Tokyo Disney Sea.
Yes.
You can't get any of that in Tokyo Disneyland itself.
Yeah.
All the Disney store, all the hotels.
Or Bon Voyage, if you're leaving.
Yeah. In fact, Bon Voyage has a good amount of stock in there, including the sales stock also seems to appear in there.
Yeah.
We didn't go for any of that. It was a nice Christmas jumper, but they seem to wear those quite large. Wasn't really what I wanted.
They seem to be really, really big, yeah.
But I think that is everything we picked up, which is a lot more than I thought we got. Yeah.
We did well.
Yeah. So hopefully that's given you some ideas of what you might want to pick up if you go, or if you're going back. Hope you enjoyed it.
Thanks for watching our haul video from Tokyo. Bye.
Bye.